Hi, everybody. Welcome to Networking Action. My name is Ronnie. Today I have the pleasure to talk with Krisjan Hiner. He is a commercial real estate with KCP Real Estate up in Boise, Idaho. Hey, Krisjan, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm excellent. I'm very excited. So tell us, in your words, what is it that you do?
So I am a commercial real estate broker here in Boise, Idaho. I work with business owners who need office space, who need space for their restaurant, a space for their coffee shop, a space for their trucking company. I don't necessarily specialize in one type of commercial real estate. Anyone who's in business, whether they're leasing, buying, or selling commercial property, I'm here as a resource to help.
And how long have you been in business?
So I've been in the commercial real estate space for most of my career. I've now been a commercial real estate broker for honestly about 3 weeks. So I'm pretty new at what at this role of what I'm doing. The vast majority of my career, I've been in the architecture, engineering, and construction space, working with owners, working with developers, working with property managers, working with companies to build, design, and retrofit facilities. And through doing that, I've been in this space a long time, like I said, and I've pushed a lot of real estate deals to a lot of people. But now I'm a licensed commercial real estate professional here in the state of Idaho, and so I can start doing deals myself.
That is so cool. So, okay, now, everybody wants to hear what made you make the switch.
Sure. So I founded a company, a landscape architecture firm, right about 10 years ago. And we built it into the largest landscape architecture firm in the state of Idaho. We also have had a office in Salt Lake City, Utah, about 6 hours from here. And we were designing sustainable high performance landscapes literally across the country. We designed a lot of schools right in your hood, the state of Texas. And we were doing projects literally all over the country. And we were growing. We ended up growing so fast that my partner wanted to buy me out of the business because we couldn't scale it fast enough. The operational side could not keep up with me selling it. And so that was sort of my exit from that business, which wasn't how I thought it would go. I thought we would build that thing into something big and sell it to a bigger company, and both of us could ride off into the sunset together. But so I came to sort of an abrupt ending in that company, and now I'm working with some of my really good friends here at KCP Real Estate, helping other business owners find spaces to make and help their businesses thrive.
Absolutely. Like people that have been watching me for the past year know that I also have a degree in architecture, and I'm doing something completely different.
Nice.
So
to be fair, I do not have a degree in landscape architecture or architecture. I'm an entrepreneur. And so when my partner and I started that business, we started as me as the marketing, sales, business development, basically everything but landscape architecture, and him as the operational side of the business.
Very cool. My goodness, it sounds amazing, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to
sure.
talk about
We can do that another time.
Alrighty. So okay, so you've been talking to a lot of people, you've been doing sales and operation management, and so what is it really about you that you're bringing to a client right now looking for a space? What is it about your process that sets you apart?
Sure. So really what sets me apart are a few things. So I'm a native of Boise, Idaho. I was born here. I grew up here. I've lived here for almost my entire life. And from that, I have a huge network of real estate professionals and all other types of professionals that it takes to, lease a space, retrofit a space, design a space, build it out. And the traditional model of commercial real estate is very transactional based. Because I'm a local, because I've been here forever, my family's been here for a number of generations. My heart will not let me approach anything that way in a transactional manner. And so before we do a deal, I'm going to help figure out and make sure this is really the right deal for you. Get the right parties involved to help do that due diligence and figure it out as we're doing the deal. Same thing. And like I said, the traditional way of commercial real estate is very transactional. So once the deal's done, the traditional commercial real estate broker is often running on the next one. That's not how I work. I'm here to make sure everything's going the way it should, to help connect more dots as I need to make sure the space really does end up what we talked about it being from the beginning.
That's actually super important. And then I'm talking again from my own experience, and you guys tend to just like disappear. Like it's more like, don't call me anymore. You have a building management.
Yeah. We're done here, man. I got my commission. I'm out. That's not how I work. Not how I work at all. And anybody that knows me, I know can attest to that.
Very, very cool. So KCP Real Estate, what's their how long have they been in business, and especially in the commercial space?
KCP, they've my buddy Blake started the company. He's been in business. So he's a third generation guy in commercial real estate. So he basically grew up in the business. KZB has been around, I want to say 5 years or so. Blake's been doing it for the most part on his own. We're building our team. There's 3 of us now, plus a property manager. And moving forward, we're looking to add more brokers, sort of a marketing arm to help us with stuff. Because as it is now, we're doing everything ourselves. And yeah. So we're just looking to grow and add and do more deals and really be able to keep bringing the same amount of value as we do now. And as it is now, we're a small boutique firm. We're not looking to be a big monster. We're not trying to have every property in town listed that's available. Those guys exist, those folks exist, and we're not trying to be that. We're trying to be small, boutique, and very, very customer centric.
Very awesome. I actually really believe in that, philosophy as well. So have you already had the nice favorite customer service story to share with us?
I have a lot of customer service stories. So I've got a couple I could probably tell you, but one of my favorite is one of my very first real sales jobs when really kind of cut my teeth and started to understand sales and how relationships are really important to what we do. I was working for a company. We rented and sold construction equipment to contractors, and I had a client who was doing a remodel of a national chain store. They needed the store to stay open during the day, and so they were basically working at night. And construction guys are used to that. The guys who supplied equipment and supplies to that, in our world, wasn't really used to that. But these were guys that were friends of mine, and I've been calling on them for a long time. Been out to their different projects and job sites and stuff, and they had grown to like me and know me, that I would take care of them. And one day I was talking to one of the superintendents on the project, and he told me, hey, we're going to start working at night. Like, I'm going to need stuff in the middle of the night, that. And he said it sort of halfway joking. I'm like, yeah, man, let me know. I don't care if it's 3 a.m., dude. I'll get out of bed and go to the store and get you whatever you need. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll take you up on that, sort of jokingly. Within a week, he did that. And I jumped out of bed, went to the store, got him a concrete saw, got a bunch of stuff that he needed, got it to his project, and blew his mind. And that was really, and since that day, like, him and I are to this day are still friends. And that's really that. Like I said, that's really what solidified in my mind how important customer service was, and doing what you say you're going to do, and just going above and beyond to take care of people. Because I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to get out of bed at 3 a.m. to get him a concrete saw, but it was the right thing to do because we were friends and I wanted his project to be successful, so I did.
Very awesome. That is amazing. That really just shows on your character as a person.
Yeah. As a young boy, my dad taught me, that in business, as long as you do what you say you're going to do, everything else sort of takes care of itself. And I've always kind of lived by that philosophy. I'm not going to overpromise. I'm not going to overpromise. I'm always going to try to overdeliver for sure. But I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to get out of bed at 3 a.m. to get you a concrete saw, I'm going to do it. And just like with what I'm doing with commercial real estate, like, I'm not going to say I'm going to be, I'm around to help make sure everything goes good after we get this deal done. I wouldn't say that if I wasn't serious.
Very, very nice. Awesome. So, we were talking just now for about 10 minutes, a little bit longer than that. And we haven't said the word COVID. So let's do the COVID question.
Thank God. Yeah.
All right. So obviously it's been a tough year, 2020, but we're in 2021 and almost past the middle of it. So how has COVID-19 treated you back then, and how are you just doing now?
Yeah. So extroverts like me are not meant to be, relegated to working alone in the basement, by myself. I love networking, which is why I'm a part of this organization, and having all of that taken away and not going to the office and working with my friends, not seeing my clients face to face, and really just working like this over Zoom for more than a year, crushed my soul. The depths of depression that I experienced, like, I never thought I would. And so I am so happy and thankful to be, this is the first Zoom call that I've done in well over a month. And so,
Wow.
setting my light up and doing all this stuff, it brought back some real bad memories for me, because I used to just dread it so much. And so, yeah, so I'm so glad that it's passed, and hopefully everybody's all doing the right things and, helping out and making sure it doesn't happen again.
Absolutely. I agree on that one. All righty. Well, that was the COVID question.
Okay.
Good
on the
answer.
other side of it, right on.
All right. Well, Krisjan, everything sounds wonderful. You sound like such a great person and enthusiastic, person to rely on finding commercial spaces. What is the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach me. My name is spelled pretty uniquely, so you can find me on social media really quick. I love Instagram. I love Twitter. You can always call or text me at 208, which is our Idaho here area code, 208-407-2320, or email me at Krisjan, Krisjan at kzbrealestate.com.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you. Thanks.